Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're back in the village and we've got some pretty cool stuff planned for today. But before we get into that, I should probably let you know that off camera, I went ahead and I did the interiors for all of these houses here. And I also added in these pathways around them because I think it looks pretty cool. I also got rid of the house that was there and then a couple of like kind of animal farms that were placed along the village. Um, it's raining. That's fantastic. Right. So I got rid of all of that. I also got rid of the marketplace that was placed there because I'm going to be building it on this piece of land here. I'm also going to be laying out a foundation or like a layout at least of a centerpiece thing that's going to go right here. Um, and then I'll probably try and do something with this piece of land here as well because I want to do something there. I've decided to kind of not have a boundary. Like in the last episode, I think I had a boundary placed like over here because I wanted the village to end there and I didn't want it to like go into the beach that much because well, I wanted to use it just as a beach. But I kind of realized that that would make the village way too small, and yeah, I kind of I decided against that because I want the village to actually be like big enough to do something. I think I've pretty much talked about everything I've done off camera and what I want to do in today's episode. So I should probably just get started with with the building. So um, let's see. Let's see. I haven't actually planned out how I want the markets to look. I want to kind of retain the regular style that the village marketplaces already have. So if I get some wool, just like I think it's yellow and white, like that's the usual color for the village marketplaces. So I'll get yellow and white. Um, and then I guess we'll get some oak fences. Um, and I think some oak planks is what the default village marketplaces have. So if I just do this with you there, um, or is it like that? I don't think like that actually. Hold on. I think it just has to be one block inwards. I should probably get rid of this tree. Hold on now. I'll place a oak fence here, an oak fence there. Have it go up by 2 blocks. Yeah, 2 blocks. I'll get some wool. Actually, I already have wool. What am I doing? I'll get some slabs. Some oak slabs. There we go. I'll place one there, place one there, have them go front and back by one, and then bang, 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 and bang, and then have white wool on the inside like that. And that right there is our first market stall. Okay, you know what? Actually, let's complicate the design a little bit. We'll get some barrels, we'll place it there. We'll have it so that the pathway kind of goes inside like that. We'll get a spruce trapdoor. Um, and we'll use oak slabs. I feel like oak slabs would look pretty cool. So we'll place an oak slab there. We'll place an oak stair on this side and an oak stair on this side. Right, I'll place my spruce trapdoor there. And I'll have the back side of this be completely oak planks if I can get some. Yep, so oak planks, just 1, 2, 3 blocks there. Have an oak stair on this side, an oak stair on this side, and then I guess I'll have just an oak slab there, and then I'll do the exact same roof design as I've already used with the slabs on the outside and the wool in the middle. So that's going to be the marketplace design. I'm not sure how many of these we can fit. Um, okay, just fully sneeze there. I feel like it'll be pretty cool to just have these like the outside of these things be smooth stone. I don't know why. I just feel like it would create a distinction from the pathway. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I'll have the smooth stone be on the inside of this as well like that. Oh yeah, I also placing that or breaking that flower actually kind of reminded me. I got rid of the tile drop thing. Basically, all I had to do was the game rule do tile drops thing, and I had to set it to false, which basically now I don't have to worry about um, items falling when I break blocks, which is cool. Right. Okay. Let's continue doing this. I think I'm going to continue building there because I want to see how long this thing goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. It's 5 blocks per market stall. So let's say I leave a gap of one in between them. right? Okay, so I'll have that just be grass. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, leave a gap of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leave a gap of 1 here. 1, 2, 3, oh, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna have to extend the pathway here out by one more block. Um, I'm gonna place sand there and I'll worry about landscaping later as usual. Um, so that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 market stalls there. Then I'll have like the same 4 stalls on this side as well. So starting from here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then nope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and it's gonna go back by 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I guess this is a 5 by 5 thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I need to build 5 by 5 kind of stone, smooth stone platforms, I guess you can call it, for the houses. Okay, now we can go ahead and build this exact same thing on all 7 of these platforms. And I'll probably actually change the color of the roofs just to have it be a bit more, um, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing, I guess. Let's go, no, let's get some red colored wool. So we'll build the next one out of red, and then I guess we'll figure out what other colors we want to use for this from there. Right, okay, let's get building. There we go. That is officially the marketplace kind of fully completed. Let me actually just clear my inventory completely. Yeah, so that's the marketplace completely done. Now we can start figuring out what to do with that space there. I said I wanted to have a village centerpiece. I kind of want the centerpiece to be around here. So if I have this, so that's the center, obviously. So I want the centerpiece to kind of be like here. Get this out by 7. I don't know how to make a full circle. I will have to use a circle generator to try and get that figured out, but I want the centerpiece to be there, basically. I might have to extend the marketplace even further than this, but then I also don't want to, because then I'd have to have it be lower, like on this level instead of that level, and I feel like that would look, I don't think that would look very good. Um, like, I don't know, I kind of prefer it if the marketplace was one straight line on the same exact level rather than it going downwards. Um, right, let's see. Or maybe I can just, instead of having the centerpiece be all the way out here, I just have it be, I just start it there. Let's see, if I get my red concrete, um, leave a gap of, let's keep 7 as the kind of, I don't know, the space between the market space and this thing. Oh my God, I fully blanked out. That was not great. Okay. Yeah, keep 7 blocks as the gap between the end of the marketplace and the start of the centerpiece, and I feel like that would look pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like that does the trick. Okay, next thing I want to do is actually, you know what? I should add smooth stone in the center bits here as well. To kind of just make it look more natural. Yeah, okay, so that looks more, I think that looks better than with the gaps in between. Okay. Now that also actually kind of looks a tiny bit weird because we are still going down a level. To kind of, for the centerpiece, like in my opinion, that just doesn't look very good. Um, how do I combat this? This is very weird. Right, I also know for sure that this has to actually go out by three more blocks because I need it to kind of wrap around like this so that it can kind of create another area here to build the rest of these houses. Um, so I need to do that, which also means that I'm gonna have to get rid of the existing pathway already existing here, just to make it easier for me to kind of build this one so I don't get confused and everything. So I should do that, but for now I kind of just want to plan this. I want to see where I can place the kind of centerpiece. If I just do this and kind of figure out how to make a circle. I think, you know what? Yeah, I think that's kind of perfect size actually. That is exactly how big I want the village centerpiece to be. Because I want it to be like a pretty big statue in in the middle. Like I want it to be like the first thing you see when you kind of look towards the village. I want it to kind of immediately catch your eye. So I think that should be the perfect kind of size. I'm also gonna get rid of this house because I mean I'm gonna have to get rid of it anyways because I don't want any houses to be here. Like I said. Or no, actually, I'm fine with the house being here now, but like I don't want this to be like specifically here because that's it's obviously interfering with the statue. So I'm gonna go ahead um and destroy it. Oh, okay. I did not realize that happens. Interesting. I did not know tile drop doesn't stop items from falling out of chests, but I guess it does kind of make sense. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep. Kick this guy out of his bed. Um, there we go. And then continue getting rid of this house. I should probably have kind of taken a look at like the kind of dimensions of the house, or at least like how the house looks, because I might have had to rebuild it somewhere, but I mean I can probably find a picture of it on Google and then figure it out from there. Right. Okay. That's very annoying. That just little patch of dirt there in the sand, but we'll not worry about that for now. This is pretty perfectly exactly what I want. I'll have the pathway extend out to the back side of this. I'm gonna ask him to move really quick. Okay. I'm gonna have the pathway extend out to the back of this, get rid of this thing there. So yeah, I'll do that. Let's have like some sort of terrain around this. So I'm gonna use my stone bricks again. And what I want to do is just have it go around this thing like this. Okay, there we go. Does that look weird or does that look no? I feel like that looks a little weird. Hmm. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this one more time. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I just made the kind of smooth stone thing thicker. Right. Okay. What do I want to do next? I need to definitely have the rest of this place landscaped again. Anything when it comes to landscaping, when it comes to interiors, I'll do all of that off camera because I feel like that's just a very boring process and I don't really want to do that on camera because that's going to take up way too much recording time. Um, and so yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. I'll figure out what to do like with the actual centerpiece thing later. I'm gonna have to play around. I feel like I'm gonna have to play around in a separate like super flat world just to kind of see like what works and everything, and then I can come back and build that in this one. But for now, I'm gonna worry about the rest of this village. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this pathway here, and I'm gonna replace it with this one that's gonna extend out like this. Um, and I guess I'll see you guys after I've done that. Okay, there we go. The only thing is, I had to get rid of the front of this house and also the front of the church in order to make the pathway, but the pathway has been made. Right now, that leaves us with this bit of gap in the middle here. I want to say like we can probably build houses up to like here. If you know what, let's just clean up this space on the inside. Let's have this, all of this be on the same level, without having to worry about the landscape, just so that it gives me a better vision of what this place will look like, or just a better idea of what like I'm working with. I line the outside of this with my grass blocks. Um, Let me see. I'm trying to think here. Okay, you know what? You know what? I'm just gonna take this house, this exact same house. So I'm gonna start building from like exactly. Let's just grab an oak log. We'll grab an oak log. We'll place it there. So let's go ahead and copy this house. We'll copy just the genuine original design, and then we'll modify it if we have to later. So I'm gonna have to move you actually a block inwards. So it'll be oak log. It'll be one, two, three, four cobblestones. Another oak log there. Is gonna go back by three. So that's one, two, three. Um, There'll be an oak log there, and then obviously that's going to connect forward to the front. Okay, how tall are the oak logs? One, two, three, four. It's going to be 4 blocks. So it's one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four, one, two, three, four. The inside of this, I think, is oak planks as usual. The walls will be cobblestone there, cobblestone along the top row like that, with oak logs in the middle, and it's going to be the same thing here as well. And then if we grab our oak stairs, we just have to make a generic A roof. Okay, right, so now that that's done, actually it's not completely done, we still have to add our glass panes, but we have the house itself completely built. So we can, first thing we want to do actually just add some grass blocks around it, like this, just do that. um and I think what I'll do is I'll have it so that the backside, right? So this one basically just goes down and it kind of creates like a cliff. And we'll figure out what to do with that thing over there later. Those are just some additional decoration things like that we can do for the village, that we'll figure out some other time. But for now, in terms of the actual houses, I think I'm just gonna have this type of house stretch all the way along here. Obviously, I'm not gonna build all of these houses in this episode. We're gonna do a lot of the building in the next episode. Um, I kind of just want this episode to be like just mostly just planning around, seeing where the village is gonna go. So yeah, even the modification of that house, I'll start doing that in the next episode. I also might completely change my mind by the time the next episode starts, regarding what type of house I want to build here. Right, okay, for now, I'm gonna grab my red concrete, um, like that, and I'm gonna build the kind of layout for this. This is one, two, three, four, five, six along the front, and it's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven along the back. We'll grab some azalea leaves as well. Just really quick. Why can't I type? What's going on? Why is this? Huh? Hello? Why is my A getting rid of the Z? That's weird. Okay. Grab my flowering azalea leaves. Um, Place them along the sides of the house and across the back like this. We'll grab a red concrete. Let's see. This is one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and it's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So it's 8 along the front, 7 across the back. We'll have 1, 2, 3 block gap there, and then we'll have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bits of red concrete there. I'm not gonna worry about it going backwards because I know we have space for that. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how many houses I can fit going sideways. So have a gap of 3 there again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there we go. I can fit 3 houses, exactly 3 houses in that little area there. So I'm gonna have to do that exact same thing going this way as well. So those are where all of these houses are gonna go. I'll go ahead and actually just completely get rid of this, and we can move on to figuring out the layout of some other parts of the village. I'm not going to get rid of the church just yet because I can probably use like that as reference. The only thing I'm missing is the front two rows. But with that, with what's remaining, I can use that as reference for something, to kind of build it off somewhere else. I'd probably build the church there. Um, right. Okay. Let's continue this now. This is going to be a very weird video to edit because I'm recording this very late at night and I'm very sleepy. And so my brain's not really working at full power right now, which means I'm kind of getting distracted doing random things. I'm going quiet a lot of the time. So yeah, gonna be really fun to edit this one. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Um, let's hope it goes well. Right. Let's finish this. Okay, there we go. Oh, actually, let's connect it all the way up to the to this pathway here actually. And now I wanna say across here, I think what would be cool is if we build the two-story houses, right? The one that we destroyed there. I think that'd be pretty cool. Right, so that's gonna be again just the usual oak log. Grab a oak log. It's gonna have cobblestone as well. I'll build it horizontally. I'll build it facing this way. I'll also sleep, so I'll grab a bed. I'll grab a purple one. Um, go ahead and sleep. I'll place it there. I'll place a row clock there. So it's gonna be one, two, three. It's gonna be three cobblestone with a door. Um, it'll be a door right here. Whoopsie. Yeah, the door there. There's gonna be three more cobblestone and then the oak log. So we'll leave a gap of one for the leaf. We leave another gap here. Actually, no, we'll leave a gap of one for the leaf, another gap here. Then there's gonna be another leaf there. I'm gonna have one, two, three with my oak door, and then one, two, three here with another oak log there. And I don't think I can fit any more townhouses here, which is a bit annoying. Actually, we can try. Let's try fitting one more. Actually, we'll leave a gap of three again. Do this. One, two, three. A door. One, two, three. Ooh, that. Okay, you know what? Yeah, no, we can't. We actually cannot do that. So, um, we'll get rid of all of this. What we can do is like have it maybe kind of just move it around. So we'll have two block gap there, two, three door. So one, two, three, and then get rid of all you, and then have my oak logs be there. That's still not quite in the center, which is annoying. Ooh, wait a second. This doesn't work anyways. I need this pathway. If this is going downwards, I need it to be like this anyways. So I can have that extend out to there. So that means I can continue with my original idea of having my oak log there, one, two, three, gap, one, two, three, oak log, and then have a gap of three, one, two, three, oak log, this there, one, two, three, gap, one, two, three, and then have an oak log there. Still not quite works. Okay, you know what? Let's leave a gap of one, two, three, four, and then have our oak logs be there. One, two, three, boom, one, two, three, leave a gap of three. Um, and then the next thing here. Oh, okay. I think I just figured it out. I left a gap of four on each side, and then yeah, and then I placed the kind of layout for the houses here. So that works perfectly. This goes backwards by another three blocks. So I can go one, two, three towards the back. Um, I'll extend all of this out like this, and then do the same thing on this side as well. Go out by three, have log there. And this will essentially be the foundation of the two-story tall buildings, the one that I destroyed right there. So there's that. And there's only going to be two of them, and I think that's fine. I think that works. Yeah, I think that works just fine. What I will do is have it be just yeah, leave a gap of one here like this, and I'll have this be like another sort of like cliff situation. And I keep saying cliff even though technically it's not a cliff, because I mean this is not a mountain. This is nowhere close to being a mountain, but yeah, I can have like a cliff sort of thing here. And I think what will be interesting is if I have the same kind of build here. So um, let me make this a bit flat as well. Okay, there we go. And then yeah, I can have this extend out like this. And basically, I'll have two rows of the two-story tall buildings, except that one's going to be facing that way, this one's going to be facing this way. And I think it would just look really cool because they're going to be on two different levels. And that just yeah, maybe that would look a bit interesting. I'm not quite sure. We'll only know once I'm done building the whole thing, which I will be doing in the next episode. Next episode is going to be very building heavy. This one's just, as I said, layouts, a bunch of planning and everything. So that looks pretty cool like that. Obviously, need to add just another layer in front of it, like this, and then if we grab our pathways, we can just have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and just have it stretch out. Okay. And now we can have this pathway as well extend out all the way to connect to this one. There we go. Okay, so now we have that bit of land planned as well. I'm gonna connect this out to this pathway here. Okay, cool. Now that's looking a bit more cleaned up. That's looking a bit more like there's a plan. Right now we can figure out what to do with the rest of this. Okay, what I'm thinking is I change all of this grass into sand. I get rid of the trees there. I change all of those dirt pathways into sand as well, and I continue kind of that trend of just like having the sand gradually decrease. Um, so like I have that be sort of a hill area. I'm gonna build a church. I want to say here. See, let me grab my red concrete. Where can I place a 10 by 7 big church? Um, do I want to place it there? Would that be interesting? Just a church in the water? I feel like that would be pretty interesting. That'd be a cool little like landmark. Do we want to do that? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have the church be here. It has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, 9, 10. Was that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. This has to be built into the floor. I don't know why I built it on top of it. Hold on a second. 8, 9, 10. Stretch across like this and then stretch forward like that. And there we go. That is where the church is going to be built. Okay, next up, I'm gonna get rid of all of the grass here and replace it with sand. I also need to figure out something to do with all of this land here. I'm gonna have this pathway like kind of extend out. Like I don't know why I didn't do this when I went ahead and like added all of these things off camera, but I'm gonna have to have a pathway behind all of these houses as well. Okay, there we go. And because this goes out to there, we should also extend this out to the exact same spot. So now that that's done, it's created this little box here that we have to try and fill up with some houses. Um, I think this is where the small 3 by 3 houses come in actually. The dimensions of this one I think is just a straight 5 by 5. So if I get some red concrete, 5 by 5, but then if we're gonna add azaleas on the side and on the front, obviously it'll be 5 by 7. Oh, sorry, 7 by 7, not 5 by 7, sorry. If I just start like right here, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can extend this out by one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then extend it backwards or like along the back here and have it connect to the front like this. We can then leave a gap of 1, and then we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then connect it across the front like that. Okay, I want to do that for like, do I want to do that for another row or do I just end it there? I think I end it there actually. This ends one block. Ooh, okay, so that means this is gonna have to be extended forward a little bit because the entrances to these ones are gonna be here. So I'll have my pathway go out like this. So this means that there's gonna have to be grass blocks here, grass blocks here, and then grass blocks here as well. So a bit more terraforming work added to the to the resume, which is great. Right. Okay. I think with that, that is pretty much it. I don't want to fill up all of the gaps in the village with houses. Obviously, like this gap here, I don't really have to fill it up with houses because like I want to have some places where it's just trees, right? And I think that's what I'm going to do for this bit here. So if I extend out this with actually not that. If I get rid of the grass here, I can also go ahead and actually just get rid of this house because I don't need it anymore. So I'll get rid of this house. Okay, and then I can go ahead and get rid of all of these bits of stone, sorry, smooth stone as well back here. And what I'll do with this new area is essentially just plant like a bunch of trees or like add in a bunch of flowers or something just to give a little more kind of natural life to the village. Because a lot of this right now is just very like bland houses being built, right? So I want to add like some more trees, some more flowers and stuff like that, just to kind of breathe some life into the village, and hopefully that would look good. So in any spaces like this, any spaces like this, that there, what will eventually happen when I like kind of terraform the surrounding area of this statue, or whatever I want to do there. Um, yeah, and like this area as well, the area that's going to be behind this house, like all of those, like just areas where you can't, like it's not big enough to build a house there. I'll probably just add like a bunch of flowers, like a bunch of trees and stuff, just to kind of fill it up with some natural life. Okay, now, I'm not quite sure what else I want to do. For now, for now, I'm gonna add a restaurant. So I'm gonna open, I'm gonna see what other villager houses exist in this game. I'm not quite sure what layout I can use. I could just go with a custom building. I could go with a custom, like small restaurant build that just kind of fits the vibe of the village. That, you know what, that's actually pretty smart. I'm gonna do that because then that's gonna also be a cool little segue to build the rest of the city. Because obviously I can't follow the same building style of this village for the entire world because the whole point is to have this turn into a proper like metropolitan city, right? Okay, anyways, let's just try and use up this entire land here to build the restaurant. So, right, let's get our sand. So our sand is going to be, this is the amount of area that we're going to have to build our restaurant in. So we'll have this stretch out to like back there, and we'll figure out the way we terraform that later. But for now, the actual area we have to build the restaurant is kind of this much here, right? Like, actually, will we even be able to build a restaurant in this on this piece of land? I'm not sure. Let's see. Uh, we can. I mean, we can kind of do it. I don't know. Okay, if we do this, yeah, you know what? If I have the restaurant be built, right here along this part, um, here, so we can have it stretch out to say back there, and then have it stretch back front. I have not counted the dimensions of this whatsoever. This is just, I've just built that. So we can have the restaurant go there, and we can have it. Ooh, okay. I've just thought of something like really fun. We can have the restaurant also extend out to like this side. Like, one of those things that where like those buildings that just kind of they have like a bridge, like there's technically two different towers, but they have like a bridge connecting them. We could maybe try and have this restaurant kind of follow the exact same kind of style. So if I let's see, if I get rid of the floor here and just have like a small tower um built here, right? Okay, if I get rid of you actually and then have the pathway be one block down, so I can have the that. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, and it's one, two, three, four, five, six going across the front as well. So if I have like a small, just a small mini building here that, um, yeah, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna have this be pretty much where the restaurant will be. You know what? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna have it so that there's an entrance here and there's an entrance there, but on the top of it as well, there's gonna be like a bridge that connects the two of them together. And I'm gonna hopefully somehow try and fit that with the same sort of style as the rest of the village as well. And we'll see how that goes. And we can have this be like kind of desert themed as well. I feel like that will also be pretty cool looking. Okay, okay, okay. We've got somewhat of a plan now, which is great. Now, I can't really think of more stuff I want to add to this village. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode here. Uh, I I really hope you all enjoyed this episode. I'm not quite sure how this one's gonna turn out because it's kind of all over the place. I went silent a lot of times because I'm trying to, it's a lot of thinking, right? This episode, like I was doing a lot of thinking because I was just trying to figure out how to like incorporate some of this stuff into the landscape. But I think I've done a relatively good enough job with laying out this village. So off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and do like just kind of clean this thing up a bit, right? Like I'll finish up those things. I'll make all of those like just one line of red concrete. I'll make all of those like full boxes. Um, I'll clean this up a bit, this landscaping thing here. I'll clean all of that as well. I'm gonna get rid of all of those pathways, and turn all of them into sand, including that little bit of dirt there. I'm gonna turn all of that into sand. I'll go into a flat world, into a super flat world, and I'll figure out a statue that I can place there. It's most probably there's going to be like a stone statue of a villager or something, but I also might do something else. I'm not quite sure. I'll figure that out off camera. I'll also clean up this terraforming mess here, clean up that off camera. And yeah, hopefully by the time the next episode starts, this whole village is just going to look a lot more cleaner. And then in the next episode, let me just go ahead and clear my inventory. In the next episode is just going to be a whole bunch of building. Um, yeah, every single one of these houses is going to be built in the next episode. So basically, when the next episode ends, the whole village essentially is going to be complete. Um, at least, like as it stands, the whole village is going to be complete. By the time the next episode finishes, we might think of some other stuff that would be cool to add into the village that we might add at some point. But yeah. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna end this video here. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you're interested, if you're excited for the rest of this series, hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, I will see all of you in the next episode.